As the Russia-Ukraine war rages on, Russian President Vladimir Putin's top aide is in India for talks. Russian Foreign Minister Lavrov has met External Affairs Minister S Jaishankar amid the ongoing military conflict between Russia and Ukraine. He said that the strategic partnership with India is key priority for Russian foreign policy. Russia has also appreciated India's neutral position in the ongoing war. In his opening remarks, Lavrov said the West would look to reduce meaningful international issues to the Ukrainian crisis. As Jaishankar said, India has always been in favor of resolving disputes through diplomacy. India has so far maintained a neutral position, asking both sides to resolve the conflict through dialogue. Lavrov is also expected to meet Prime Minister Narendra Modi today. The talks are most likely to focus on the global geopolitical situation in the wake of the conflict.
Our Western colleagues would like to reduce any meaningful international issue to the crisis in Ukraine. You know our position. We do not hide anything, and we appreciate that India is taking this situation in the entirety of facts, not just in a one-sided way. We have been developing especially privileged strategic partnership with New Delhi, and this is one of the key priorities of the Russian foreign policy. It's equality and mutual trust, which underlies our acts on the international arena, and in the context of multipolar world, which is being objectively shaped, as you alluded to yesterday, addressing a conference in New Delhi. We certainly are interested in having the world order balanced, which makes it sustainable. Friendship is the key word to describe the history of our relations, and our relations were very sustainable during many difficult times in the past. And I have no slightest doubt that mutual respect and the search for balance of interest would prevail in our relations for the future as well.
Our bilateral relations has continued to grow in many areas, and we have diversified our cooperation by expanding our agenda. Excellency, our meeting today takes place in a difficult international environment, quite apart from the pandemic. India, as you are aware, has always been in favor of resolving differences and disputes through dialogue and diplomacy. In our meeting today, we will have an opportunity to discuss contemporary issues and concerns in some detail. I look forward to our discussions.
As the top Russian minister met his Indian counterpart in New Delhi, US's coercion tactic triggered outrage in our country. US Deputy NSA has cautioned India over trade with Russia. On his visit to India, Deputy NSA Dalip Singh said there will be consequences for any country, including India, that conducts local transactions through Russia's central bank, subverting the sanctions US has put on Russia. On Thursday, India defended the decision to look for good deals for energy requirements. India has also even pointed out that Europe has been a major buyer of Russian oil even after the invasion began.
Different countries are going to have their own relationship with the Russian Federation. It's a fact of history, it's a fact of geography. That is not something that we are seeking to change. What we are seeking to do, whether it is in the context of India or other partners and allies around the world, is to do all we can to see to it that the international community is speaking in unison, speaking loudly against this unjustified, unprovoked, premeditated aggression, calling for an end to the violence, using the leverage that countries, including India, have to those ends.
That we respect other countries' decisions about the issues that they face. You know, India is a sovereign nation. I'm not going to tell India what to do, what I've said is, as a member of the UK government that has signed up to the Budapest Memorandum, I feel a strong responsibility on behalf of the United Kingdom to take all the action we can to support the people of Ukraine. But that is not the same as going around telling other countries what to do.
What looks almost like a campaign on this issue. Now, I was just reading a report today that in the month of March, Europe has bought, I think, 15% more oil and gas from Russia than it did the month before. If you look at the major buyers of oil and gas from Russia, I think you'd find most of them are in Europe. We ourselves get the bulk of our energy supplies from the Middle East, about 7.5%, 8% of our oil from the US. In the past, maybe less than 1% from Russia. When oil prices go up, I think it's natural for countries to go out into the market and look for what are good deals for their people. But I am pretty sure if we wait 2 or 3 months and actually look at who are the big buyers of Russian gas and oil, I suspect the list won't be very different from what it used to be, and I suspect we won't be in the top 10 on that list.
When the oil prices have gone up, India does not really, the Ukraine-Russia crisis or the West and the Russia confrontation, India doesn't have a role to play there, right? I mean, it's not because of us or our diplomatic failures or oversight that this kind of a situation has embarked upon the world. So it's very natural for the prices to, when the prices go up, it's natural for countries to go out in the market and look for better deals, right? So that's what we are doing. And as far as Russia coming and standing up for us in case there is an LAC incursion, so when there was a 2020 incursion, I don't think any country, even US, came and stood by India, let alone Russia. So these are, I would say, in my opinion, Russia tactics, because you see, US and these do not stand any technical ground, because the sanctions that are imposed by the US on Russia are the moderate category, where US has not stopped its allies and partners from buying oil from Russia.